Hey guys, it's Derek from the Olive Oil Co. Today we're doing a couple of recipes that are perfect for fall. They're veggie based. First of all, we are doing a butternut squash and Brussels sprouts in our blood orange olive oil and maple balsamic. Let's get to it. The two products that you're going to need from our store for this first recipe is the blood orange olive oil as well as the maple dark balsamic. These two are beautiful, even paired together on a salad, but tonight with our squash and Brussels sprouts, it's just going to add amazing flavor to these. For this recipe, you will need a pound of each of your butternut squash and your Brussels sprouts. With the sprouts, you want to make sure that you lop off the bottoms and also take off any icky outside leaves. We are going to be peeling this squash and we're also going to dice it up into some small cubes. So as you can see, we've taken our Brussels sprouts and halved them. We've got a little bit of the skin taken off and we've cubed up our butternut squash. For the squash, we ended up using about half of the squash that we had. Next, you will need the 2 tablespoons of our blood orange olive oil. What we find with this recipe is that the Brussels sprouts especially really soak in that blood orange olive oil. It's a great vegetable for citrus. Then you will also need 2 tablespoons of the maple dark balsamic. We find the squash in this recipe definitely takes on more of the maple, so you get a nice infusion of everything all mixed together. The salt and pepper in this recipe is to taste. We're doing about 6 turns of salt. We're also doing 6 turns of cracked 4 turns. We're doing 4 turns. Never mind. And then you just want to mix it all up. And then it's ready to put on our baking sheet. So our oven has been preheated to 425 degrees. We are baking these for 25 minutes. So baking, roasting something. There. Set our timer, 25 minutes. And we're good to go. Also, as that's roasting, our next recipe calls for parsnips and sweet potato, as well as our cinnamon pear dark balsamic, and we're making a mash. Now this recipe calls for 12 ounces of sweet potato. We are going to skin this as well as our parsnips and cut them into cubes, 1.5 inch cubes. For the parsnips, it calls for 2 large parsnips, but we're doing 2 kind of large ones and just a little guy. So again, you want to skin these as well and cube these up too. Hey, what's up? So, this is done roasting. Let's pull it out. Ooh. Nice color. Looks like a nice caramelization of the maple balsamic on there. Get some nice whiffs of the citrus of the blood orange. Looks really good, really good. So as you can see, we chopped them all up into some chunks. We are going to boil this for 20 minutes or until the sweet potato and parsnip are fork tender. So these are all fork tender. What we're going to add to this next is 1/3 cup of the cinnamon pear dark balsamic for the month of October. This is our flavor of the month. Nice richness, you get a nice warmth from the cinnamon in that balsamic too, as well as a nice sweetness from the pear. For salt, it's just a taste. We'll do 3-4 turns, and pepper. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, and then we mash. These both look and smell amazing. Couple of tips on the sweet potato and parsnip mash. We actually added some butter infused olive oil, drizzled that on top there just to add a nice richness. Also, we used a food processor other than mashing to get a really nice creaminess to our mash. The cinnamon pear balsamic in this and the blood orange oil in the butternut squash and Brussels sprouts actually is a really nice pairing for a salad dressing. Of course, now time for the taste test. Get our sweet potato parsnip mash. Oh, that's so good. Sweet potato, I'm a huge sweet potato fan. I know you guys know that from previous videos. That is a beautiful mash. Now let's get our squash and Brussels sprout. You guys, I wish you could be here right now and enjoy this with me. Unfortunately, you will have to make this yourself, but these are fantastic dishes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, it's Derek from the Olive Oil Co. Today we're doing a couple of fall-based meals. First one we're doing is Butternut squoosh and Brussels sprouts. I love saying that. For this recipe, you're going to need a pound each of your Brussels sprouts and your butternut squash. You want to make sure that these are rinsed. You want to start that again. 20 or 425 because you first said 425. Hey guys, it's Derek from the Olive Oil Co. Today we are doing a couple of recipes. They're perfect for fall. That was weird. Also, as that now time for the sweet potato and another note on the mash. We ended up using a